Hey, this is Dave from Unipro, and in this video, we're going to compare Facebook professional mode versus a Facebook business page to figure out which one is the right choice for your business. There's 7 different categories that you need to consider when choosing between a professional mode or a business page to run your business, and I want to help you make the right choice. So let's dive in. So when Facebook was originally introduced over 20 years ago, there was just one type of account. It was a profile. A profile was intended for you to connect with your friends, your family, your classmates, to share personal things about you and your life. But then Facebook introduced a second type of account, a business page. And a business page was for companies that wanted to promote their products and services using Facebook. From there, Facebook added groups, and groups allowed you to create communities of people who shared common interests or activities. And then most recently, Facebook has introduced professional mode, which allows you to take your personal profile and use it for business purposes. It allows you to monetize. And if you're not familiar with professional mode, let me show you. I'm over here on my profile. And if you go over here and click on these 3 dots, you'll see here mine says turn off professional mode because my professional mode is already turned on. But you may see the option here to turn yours on. And that's basically like saying to Facebook, hey, I'm going to use my personal profile. From now on, it's not just going to be about me, my personal life. I'm actually going to be using this for business. I'm going to be using this to make money. But that does beg the question, if you can turn on professional mode for your personal profile, do you even need a business page anymore? Or are business pages outdated? Are they obsolete? Because the last thing you want to do is have multiple pages or profiles or groups all over Facebook where you're expected to create new content. That's way too much work. So it's really important to determine, do you need to turn on professional mode on your personal profile? Or should you be using a business page to promote your business and to grow your business on Facebook? Because you almost certainly don't need both. So let's walk through 7 different considerations you need to take into account. And after we go through these, it's going to be very clear which your business needs. Do you need a professional mode profile, or do you actually need a business page? The first category is audience size. How big of an audience can you grow using your professional mode profile versus a business page? Well, I'm gonna head over to my personal profile, and again, this is where professional mode has been turned on. And I wanna show you something. When I scroll down here, you're gonna see under friends, I've got 4,991 friends. And you probably already know this, that Facebook caps your friends list at 5,000. So previously, before professional mode, the most leads, the biggest audience you could have through your profile was just 5,000. However, since introducing professional mode, let's scroll up, you can see that now you can have followers. And a professional mode profile allows you to have unlimited followers. So your audience size is really unlimited using a Facebook professional mode profile. Let's go take a look over at a business page. Here's an example of a business page. This is for famous marketer Neil Patel. And you can see that he's got 1 million followers. This traditionally was one of the advantages of using a business page for your business, is you could have unlimited followers. And so in this case, Neil, he's had this business page running for about 10 years now, and he's been able to build up a huge audience. Again, this was something that previously was only allowed in business pages, but is now allowed through a professional mode profile as well. So when it comes to audience size, which is the winner? Well, we're gonna call this one a tie, a point for both, because a professional mode profile and a business page allow you to have an audience size that's unlimited. You can get unlimited followers through both. But having a huge audience isn't necessarily the most important factor. If you're putting out content for your audience to see, and nobody actually sees that content, it's not helpful to have a huge audience. So when comparing a professional mode profile and a business page, the second factor we need to consider is organic reach and engagement. How many people from your audience are actually gonna see your content? Well, we're gonna take a look at some examples here. And this post was made through my professional mode profile. And let's go take a look at some stats here. I'm gonna click on this insights button, and this allows me to see how many people actually saw this post. You can see here the post reach is 6,828. We just looked at my professional mode profile and saw that there were about 9,000 followers. And this tells me that out of 9,000 followers, almost 7,000 of those people actually saw this post. So a huge percentage. So over 3/4 of my audience through my professional mode profile saw this particular post. Let's take a look at the engagement, and almost 3,000 of them engaged with this post. That's incredible. Now, I will admit that this particular post got a lot of attention. Let's go take a look at a more typical type post. Here's another post. Again, this was made through my professional mode profile. And we go down here and we're going to take a look at the insights. Out of an audience size of just over 9,000 people, you can see in this case, 3,800. So almost 4,000 people saw this, and 438 people engaged with it. So when we look at this post, there's nothing special about this post. It's just me sharing a picture from a family vacation. But Facebook took this because it was posted through my professional mode profile and showed it to a huge percentage. Almost 50% of my audience saw this particular post. That's amazing. It shows you the power of posting through your personal profile. Facebook is going to show posts that were made through your personal profile to a large percentage of your audience, which is exactly what you want when you're trying to grow your business through Facebook. Well, how does that compare to using a business page? And go over here and let's take a look at this chart here. This is showing the average reach to a post that's made through a business page, either on Instagram or Facebook. And you see this blue line here, this represents Facebook. So if you have a business page and you put a piece of content on your business page, what percent of your audience are actually going to see that particular post? And you can see that a few years ago, it wasn't very high. So just over 6% of your audience would actually see that post. And then it dwindled, it got lower and lower and lower. And just recently, Facebook has started to add a little bit more organic reach back to business pages. So now it's at about 4.32% after being down around 2%. But just think about that for a second. If you had, say, 1,000 followers on your business page and you put out a piece of content and 4% of your audience were to see that post, that means only 40 people saw that particular piece of content. And as we just saw in the two examples I showed you of posts made through a professional mode profile, it's very achievable to get 40, 50, 60, 70, even 80% of your audience seeing those posts. So when choosing a winner in the category of organic reach and engagement, it's clear a Facebook business page doesn't even come close to the reach and engagement you can get through a professional mode profile. 1 point for professional mode. Now it's important to note that that's only talking about organic reach and engagement. And organic simply means it's non-paid. But what about paying? Because that's what business pages often do, is they pay for Facebook ads or they pay to boost their posts so that a greater percentage of their audience can see that content. So you might wonder, is that an advantage that's reserved only for business pages? Well, let me show you. I'm going to go back over to my professional mode profile here, and I want to show you two things. First thing is this button that appears here when you turn on your professional mode, and that is Promote Profile. And when you click on that, it gives you access to create a new ad or to boost a post. So very similar to the features that were previously only for business pages. You can now pay Facebook to promote your professional mode profile. This will allow you to grow your audience or to get key posts seen by more people. Now, having said that, business pages still do offer advertising advantages that don't yet exist in a professional mode profile. They give you more advertising objectives, they allow you to do more fine-tuned targeting, and they give you more testing options that allow you to refine your ads to get a better result. So in this case, if I had to say which does a better job of advertising, I would say 1 point for business pages. While professional mode profiles are getting more and more access to advertising tools, business pages are still a step ahead. So 1 point for business pages. So that covers advertising, but advertising isn't the only way to make sales on Facebook. And I'm guessing if you're watching this video, it's because you want to sell more of your products and services through Facebook. The other way to make sales on Facebook is through outreach, reaching out to people whom you could help, starting a conversation, and then making them an offer to solve a problem for them. Well, what are your options between using a professional mode profile for outreach and using a business page for outreach? Let me show you. I'm going to go over to Facebook here, and I'm going to go over to the Friends tab. And I'm going to go take a look at suggestions. So these are people who I'm not yet friends with on Facebook, but Facebook is saying, hey, maybe you'd want to connect with these people. I could take Sean as an example here, and let's click on Sean. And I could go over and add Sean as a friend, or I could send Sean a direct message inside a messenger. Now, if we're not friends, there's a high likelihood that Facebook's going to take that message, and over in Messenger here, it's going to put it in here. This is the message request folder, and this is where most messages go if someone sends you a message and you're not yet friends. So in this example, I could outreach to Sean, and my message will go through to Sean, but it will likely show up inside Sean's message request folder. He will get a notification that it's there, and there's a good chance that he'll see it, but there's also a chance that because it's not directly in his Messenger inbox, he might miss my outreach. And that's why a good outreach strategy is to go back over here, and if I really wanted to connect with Sean, I would send him a friend request first, and then once he's accepted my friend request, then I can send him a message in Messenger. And in that case, over here in Messenger, it's going to go directly into his inbox, and Sean is for sure going to see that message. So it's very easy using a Facebook profile to outreach to any lead you come across on Facebook. Well, what about for business pages? Let me show you an example here. I'm over here on Try Coach John, and this is a business page. You can see he's got 387 likes, 427 followers. What if Try Coach John wanted to get in touch with you? He wanted to connect with you. Well, unfortunately, a business page can't send a DM, a direct message through Messenger, to a person. Instead, pages have to wait for a lead to come over here and start the conversation with them. So in this case, you see I clicked on the message button, and Try Coach John, the business page, comes up with a message that says, "Hi Dave, thanks for getting in touch with us on Messenger. Please send us any questions you may have." And once I type in a message, that will go over to Try Coach John's business page, and someone who's working for Try Coach John or John himself, they can then reply to my message. They can't outreach to leads. They can only respond to incoming messages from leads. And that's a huge disadvantage because you may encounter many different leads who aren't going to initiate a conversation with you, but would be very receptive if you initiated a conversation with them. And so that's another point for professional mode. And as a side note, while we're talking about Messenger, if you run a business where you book sales calls through Messenger, you strike up conversations with leads and then book them onto sales calls, I've got a Messenger process as a script that allows you to book sales calls in about 6 minutes or less. And it works for warm leads or cold leads. It's really, really effective. If you want to check out that resource, I'll put a link in the description of this video so you can gain access to it. The fifth category we're going to use to compare professional mode versus business pages is monetization. Facebook pays a lot of money to creators, people who are putting out good content on Facebook. But where are they paying more money? Is it to the professional mode accounts or is it to business pages? Well, I'm going to show you over here. In professional mode, you're eligible to monetize all of your reels. So you can earn money for all the views you're racking up across all your reels. In professional mode, you can also monetize your long form video content. So here's an example of a live training that my wife Lucy and I did inside one of our Facebook groups. And you can see it's got a lot of engagement. About 1,000 people have watched it so far, almost 700 comments. We could turn on, it's called in-stream ads through my professional mode profile. And that would allow us to monetize video content like this. You can do that as well through a professional mode profile. And in addition to that, you can actually monetize the engagement across all of your posts, not just reels, not just live videos, through the Facebook Performance Bonus Program. Professional mode profiles can create any type of content. And the more people who engage, the more people who like, the more people who comment, the more money you'll make through the Performance Bonus Program. So Facebook is clearly serious about giving content creators an opportunity to make money through their content. And that was all through a professional mode profile. But they've also added all the exact same monetization options to business pages. So you can be creating content on your business page and you can get paid for all your views, your likes, your comments, all of your engagements. So which one's the winner? Well, they both have the same options, so let's call it a tie. Really, you're going to be able to monetize best based on wherever your biggest audience is and wherever you get the most engagement. Right now, business pages tend to be making more money through these monetization programs simply because they've been building up these huge audiences for years using Facebook ads. But now that professional mode profiles allow you to have an unlimited audience size, there's a high likelihood that monetizing through your professional mode profile will become more lucrative down the road. So we're going to give a point to each. Now, speaking of making money, we're going to go back and talk more about sales because if you're building a business on Facebook, again, chances are you have a product, a service, some sort of digital asset. You've got something to sell. Which works better for actually closing a sale? Is it a professional mode profile or is it a business page? Well, let's look at an example. I'm over here at Louis Swartz. This is his personal profile. It represents him as an individual, as a person. And you can see Louis here, he says he's an expert at sharing business coaching tips. He says, join my group, Accelerating Business Growth. And again, I want to emphasize this is a personal profile. So I could send Louis a friend request. He could send me a friend request. I could initiate a conversation with him. So I could open up Messenger and start talking to him here. He could do the same for me. This is all about Louis as a person. And just imagine that Louis sent you a message in Messenger and you wanted to see, well, who's this Louis guy? What's he all about? And so you came over here to his personal profile and you'd see pictures about him. You'd see videos. You learn a lot about Louis, the person. And I want you to think about that. You're communicating with a person. You can see a lot about who this person is. And you know that you're speaking with them through their personal profile. Again, you notice I'm emphasizing this word person. It's a person you're speaking to. Now I want to contrast that with this. I'm over here now on Coach Louis Swartz business page. And a business page is quite different. Yes, it might have a lot of the same content, but a business page inherently represents a business. But you can start a conversation in Messenger. And so you come over here and you click the message button and you ask a question to this business. And then someone replies to you, and it may be Coach Louis or it may be someone else from this business. Do you feel a rapport with this business? Well, probably you see where I'm going with this. Speaking to a business has a much different feel from speaking to a person. And so when it comes to selling something, especially if you're selling something high ticket, and especially if you're selling some sort of personal service like coaching, it's likely that your leads are going to feel more rapport and trust and safety and security speaking with you as a person as opposed to speaking to someone anonymous through your business page. Because surely you've heard the saying before that people buy from those who they know, like, and trust. It's going to be much easier for you to get one of your leads to know, like, and trust you when you're operating through your personal profile on Facebook. So there's another point for professional mode profiles. And speaking of making personal sales, if you use sales calls to sell to your leads to close deals, we've got a Facebook compliant sales script that's been proven to sell services from $200 all the way up to $25,000 through Facebook. And so if you're interested in checking out that Facebook compliant sales script, again, I'll put a link in the description and you can check that out. You can download that resource. Well, we've come to the seventh and final category in comparing Facebook professional mode profiles to business pages. Which one do you need when you're running your business? And that seventh category is management. Who can manage your accounts? If you're using a professional mode profile, keep in mind it's still your personal profile. You own it, you're the person behind it. So there isn't an opportunity for you to add team members. There isn't an option to grant access to other people. You're expected to be the one that's posting. You're expected to be the one that's in conversation. It's all you. And that can be a great thing. As we just mentioned, it allows you to build up trust. It allows you to build up rapport. It allows you to make sales more easily because people know who they're communicating with. However, if you have a big team and you want your team members operating on your behalf, a professional mode profile isn't the right choice. In that case, you want a business profile. I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to go over to my Meta Business Suite here, and I'm in one of my business pages in the back end here, and you can see that there's a section here for users, and then under people, and you can see over here you can invite people, and then you can choose what sort of access those people have within your business account. While there are benefits to both systems, if I had to choose a winner here, I'd say a business page because it does allow more than one person to operate your account, which could be helpful, especially if your business is really taking off. And in conclusion, which one will be better for running your business on Facebook? Is it a Facebook professional mode profile or is it a business page? And the final score after going through these 7 categories is 5-4 for a Facebook professional mode profile. And as you just saw, if you're doing organic marketing, if you're looking to outreach to leads, if you're looking to spark personal conversations, if you're looking to do personal sales, book sales calls, sell your coaching programs, all that sort of activity is going to be done more effectively through a professional mode profile. However, if you're looking to run Facebook ads and you're looking to have a big team responsible for those ads and for the activity of your business page, using a business page can make sense as well. For me, I do use a professional mode profile, but I also have a secret weapon up my sleeve, and that secret weapon is Unipro. Unipro is an amazing tool that goes out on Facebook. It finds your ideal leads. It brings those leads over into your audience. It nurtures those leads. It makes sure they're seeing your content. It strikes up conversation, and it works those leads towards making a purchase from you. And it's all automated. Unipro has been a game changer for my business, and I know it will be for you as well. Go check it out over at unipro.com. That's what I've got for you in this video. If this video was helpful, give it a like. And if you have any comments or questions on the differences between professional mode profiles and business pages, leave those in the comment section below. I'm happy to help out. And again, if you're growing your business on Facebook and you haven't yet checked out Unipro, you got to check it out. Go over to unipro.com. I know you're going to love it. Thanks for checking out this video. Can't wait to see you in the next video.